rappelling.
Yeah, that's not bad. And then if you can get your left foot down, there's a ledge. And then there's one with your right. A little bit more. Perfect. Okay, now bring your feet together if you can.
All for this sort
now
of
go down
partial
with your right
view.
foot.
Fuck.
Go down with your right foot. More, there.
Oh my goodness. Shall I show you my
Wounds?
look at my nice hands.
Oh yeah, dirty hands.
We
Dirty
actually
hands.
hiked up. We went up the mountain.
Yeah, we went up the mountain in Bora Bora.
Let me show you how attractive I look. Can you get my
Oh yeah, scrapes, scars, yeah.
Need I say more? Welcome to Second Wind Adventures, where we start the next chapter in our life, where retirement can be fun, exciting, and challenging.
Follow along with us as we continue to transition from our regular full-time work life to a more flexible lifestyle that includes cottage living, adventure travel, and our dream to circumnavigate the globe on the sailing catamaran.
This is us, Alina and Monty. We would love if you joined us so that we can share with you the trials of achieving our goals.
In today's episode, we're going to take you back to one of our bucket list trips, which helped shape our decision to travel the world by water and to visit exotic places and destinations while keeping our active and adventurous lifestyle. This trip also spawned the idea that living and sailing on the boat was the ideal way to do so. So viewers, while we wait for the boat reveal episode, we thought we'd take you to the wonderful islands of French Polynesia and our 2 weeks cruising and exploring the Tahiti, Moorea, Bora Bora, and the Tuamotu Islands.
When we were looking to book this trip to French Polynesia, we explored different options and we looked at those famous overwater bungalows that these islands are known for. Very nice, but extremely expensive. I think they were over $1,000 US per night. And then we thought, why be over the water when we can be in the water and we can be at a different island every day without unpacking our bags? WindStar Cruise Lines offered small, boutique-style cruise ships with only about 130 passengers on a ship small enough to enter the narrow channels to the inner lagoons of these reef-fringed islands.
Along with us on this trip were two of our young adult kids, Devin and Stephanie, who shared in this adventure to the South Pacific.
So come along with us today as we show you all the cool activities we got ourselves into, including that crazy climb up Mount Etmanu in Bora Bora. So getting to exotic places like French Polynesia was not without its challenges and proved to be an adventure in itself.
Yep.
We just arrived in Tahiti.
Yeah. And what about your sister?
She's been just taking the long scenic road.
Through LAX?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are. So what kind of adventure do we have today?
We blew an extra $4,500 on new plane tickets because we missed our flight to Detroit.
Yeah.
So now we got to make sure our bags actually showed up.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now.
Hello viewers, we're day one in Papeete. This is our view from the bed and breakfast.
It's Airbnb actually, but damn lot of chickens around here, roosters. What's going on?
So we're waiting for Steph to show up.
Day one, right?
Here any minute. Yeah, it's at day one.
Yeah, okay. And what's on tab?
Chickens.
Yeah, chickens. Okay, you finally arrived. She's here. It's 6:30 in the morning.
Since 4:30 a.m. yesterday, I've been flying
Yeah, but what time zone?
4:30 Vancouver time.
Oh,
You did sleep in the plane?
I slept in the plane because I had the whole row to myself.
yeah. Okay.
But there's 4 flights in the past 24 hours-ish, so I'm so dead.
So now we were all together in the capital of French Polynesia, Papeete, on the main island of Tahiti. We had a day and a half to explore the city by foot.
This included the marina in town, the local market, the waterfront park, and beach.
Instead of finding a local restaurant, we had heard that one of the best options for great food in town were the food trucks by the waterfront, which would suddenly appear at about 6:30 every evening. And the food was amazing. Check it out.
Where are we, Devin? Food truck?
Just scan the food. Take a look at the food. This
On
is
the
from a
sidewalk.
food truck.
Food truck?
That's tuna.
And what do you have?
Skewers. I have mahi-mahi.
Tuna
And
tartare.
tartare. Tuna tartare.
We got a bunch of raw stuff over here.
Okay, what do you see? Sweetie.
That's our boat. Take a look
It's a cruise
there.
ship.
That's
Yeah.
our cruise ship.
French Polynesia comprises over 100 islands stretching over 2,000 kilometers in the South Pacific.
It is also an overseas collectivity of France, with the main language being French, about 75%, and Tahitian, about 20%. Over 280,000 people live here.
At the beginning of this 11-day cruise, we sailed to Fukurava and Rangiroa, two of the largest coral atolls in the world, and is also known for its world-class diving.
After Rangiroa, we sailed on to the Society Islands, including Motumahaia, Bora Bora, Huahine, and Moorea. What?
Wow, I'm surprised you got all those names out without screwing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the WindSpirit.
Okay, we're boarding.
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. So, how's the day been? What happened with the kettle?
Well, Alina didn't see the cord coming out of the kettle base, so she put it on the stove top and melted the whole kettle over the stove.
Yeah, it almost started a kitchen fire. Yeah, we're trashing the Airbnb room.
So he took a sponge and covered everything with laundry detergent to mask the smell of poo and burnt plastic.
That's right. It was fun. Okay, we're heading out. Have a drink. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
As we departed every port, there was a ceremony of raising the sails while this anthem was playing.
And Monty attempted to hum along at every opportunity.
Morning, we're day 3 in Fukurava. No, really, that's the name of the place. And it is a world-class diving spot. And Monty, Devin, Stephanie will go diving today. It's a 2-tank dive, so it should be pretty cool. We can see the shore, the land. That's Fukurava.
So we did a total of 3 2-tank dives in Fukurava, Rangiroa, and Bora Bora. At all 3 dive locations, we dove with world-class PADI dive operators, Top Dive. I had come here to Rangiroa about 25 years ago with dive buddies and was apprehensive about how the coral conditions may have changed over this time. There was some damage and bleaching to the coral, perhaps by storms or by climate change, but as you can see, it was still pretty impressive. The number of gray sharks in Taputa Pass also seemed a bit lower, but it was still pretty intimidating to see all those sharks as we drifted through the pass. This lonely single gray shark was quickly accompanied by many more in the pass. In Fukurava, there was also a bottlenose dolphin who seemed to be very friendly with divers as it came around like a little puppy dog to get petted by all the divers in the group. It also had some pretty good manners as it waited until it was leaving to do its business. In Bora Bora, we had a good-sized lemon shark come by to check out the snorkels above as we dove, probably looking for handouts of fish scraps that the tour operators threw into the water. Sharks in French Polynesia were everywhere, where we swam, where we snorkeled, when we were standing by the water looking down, but in every case we felt very safe and they just seemed to ignore us, knowing that we weren't part of their normal diet.
How's the dive, Devin?
It was good. We saw everything.
What'd you see?
Got to play with the dolphin. We saw some lionfish, turtles, sharks, sea cucumbers. What else?
And what'd you see, Steph?
Pet a dolphin.
You pet a dolphin in the wild.
And I could have pet a turtle, but I was too scared. It was really chilling right in front of me.
We saw barracuda.
Barracuda, yeah. Lionfish.
Yeah, the sea turtle, the wrasse.
Yeah.
There's some white tip reef shark.
Yeah, small baby white tip.
A lot of parrotfish.
A lot of parrot, Napoleon bumphead wrasse.
Yeah. I don't know, literally everything you could possibly want to see on a dive except giant sharks.
There's our boat off in the distance.
In Taha, we took a break from diving to do some other activities in the inner lagoon.
You have a small boat on the left side. After the reef, you have the transfer.
Another fun activity we did was drift snorkeling. We simply floated along with a strong current which passed through a shallow cut on the north side of Taha. I had never done this before and the experience was amazing. It was like flying weightless over a beautiful coral garden, taking in the view. But as beautiful as the coral garden was, you had to be careful not to touch or rub against any of the coral. The corals were very sharp, and any scrapes could become infected very quickly. Unfortunately, despite my best efforts, I did pick up some scrapes on my legs, which had to be treated with topical iodine, which was part of the first aid kit that they kept on the tour boat. You didn't want to touch the corals anyway, because this could potentially harm or even kill them. The water here was very clear, and we could see all the brightly colored fish swimming around us, who were perhaps there to see what we were up to. I also noted among the coral rocks beautifully colored clams that were embedded within. When we arrived in spectacular Bora Bora, we had 2 days. One day for diving and the other day for exploring activities. So we rented a small car and we drove around the island. This only took about an hour or so. The roads were very well paved and the local drivers were pretty chill. On our drive, we spotted the road up to the foot of the peak, and this is how we ended up on the hike.
We had heard that there was a hiking trail up Mount Etamanu, but it did take a while to find the actual trailhead, and we had asked some locals for directions, and they were very happy to help.
The trail was fairly well marked when we got on it, but it was through some fairly dense tropical brush and the elevation quickly changed, so we had to use ropes which were anchored to some rocks to assist in climbing up. Some of the trees were really large, but they were spectacular.
Okay, it's stuck on the side of the hill. We're not quite summit, but as far as we can go before the cloud cover just covers everything. So this is what it looks like. Very pretty. Fortunately, it's socked in up here. I don't know if you can even see the peak. It's up there somewhere. Maybe the kids will make it and it's clear on one side, but yeah, it's as far as we're gonna go. Yeah, we did pretty good. I sweat like 10 gallons, so I'm done. Over and out.
On our last evening in Bora Bora, the WindStar folks held a dinner and a cultural show on a private motu or island on the outside of the inner lagoon, where there was a great view of the peak that we just climbed earlier in the day.
The show was great, and there was even some audience participation involved. Our last day on the cruise was on the island of Moorea. Moorea was just as spectacular as Bora Bora, and we decided to spend the day chilling on the beach.
Designing the tattoo.
Where are you?
Moorea.
Yeah. Who's the artist?
Mateo. Is that right?
Mate.
The boys decided to get a
That was
permanent
with Pepe.
souvenir of the trip by visiting a local and highly regarded tattoo artist who was very skilled in the traditional art.
And what's he drawing on your arm right now?
The shark.
What kind of shark? How do you say hammerhead? Hammerhead shark in French. Okay, Mato. The kids also took the opportunity for some water sports in the most scenic backdrop anywhere. Just outside of Mate's tattoo shop was a hotel with a dolphin and turtle rescue and rehabilitation center, so we dropped in to have a look.
So as we come to a close on this wonderful adventure, please follow us on our next adventures as we explore more exotic destinations and do more adventurous activities.
See you next time.